Hi, this is Mr. H. This video is in response to a lot of questions about this assignment, the 1-1 Day 2 Solving Multi-Step Equations. On the back we have a lot of fraction action. We have these problems here that have, numerators and denominators, and that intimidates people just looking at it for the most part. So I want to show you that they actually use the same steps that we use in class. And I'm going to go get those steps and we'll go through it real quick. So the first step is distribute if you need to. The second step is simplify each side as needed. Combine like terms. And the third step, the variable wants to be alone, so we're going to use inverse operations and move everything else over across the equal sign to get the variable by itself. So there's no distribution, there's no simplifying. Okay, so let's just get that letter J, the variable J, alone. All right, let's zoom in so we can look at it. All right, so what's happening here is this fraction here, J over 6, is basically J divided by 6. That's all you have. So we can still tell the same story we told in class, where you have your wall. This is J's house, this side of the wall. He's got two buddies over. He's got the 6 that's being divided. He's got the 9 that's being subtracted. And we taught about opposite PEMDAS. Okay, you start this way and you go that way with PEMDAS. So we look for the add-subtract term first, which is this guy. And we're going to move him outside. Kick him out of the house by doing opposite math. So we have a plus 9 on both sides. Okay, and that cancels. Let me use different colors here. Now, I want to encourage you, when you get to this part, I really, really want you to do it in your calculator, because you did all that you had to do in middle school, getting common denominators and all that. We have a lot to do, and we don't want to even spend the time it takes to do that, because we have a lot to do in algebra, okay? So just go to your scratch pad. All right, I'm going to zoom back out so we can see the calculator. Go to your scratch pad and just put in control divide. You get your fraction template. All right, 5 over 6, 5, down arrow 6, right arrow to get out of your fraction, and then plus 9. You have 59 over 6, which is not a friendly fraction, but it was easy to get in the calculator. And we're not done. We're not going to clear this out. I'm going to show you what we do next. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and write 59 over 6 here. And I'm just gonna move on with my problem. All I have left over here is J divided by 6. We use our opposite math steps. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. So we're going to multiply both sides by J. I'm just gonna put a big parenthesis J on both sides. That's telling me I'm multiplying both sides by J. By 6. A big parenthesis, it's telling me I'm multiplying by 6. Now, when I multiply by 6 and divide by 6, it cancels. I get whatever I started with. Like you take the number 5. Well, 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 divided by 5 is 5 again. So these do cancel out, just like every other time we did inverse operations. This is gone, J is by himself. Over here, we have 59 over 6 times 6. The answer is 59. Now, you could also just see, times 6 divided by 6, it cancels there, and 59 is what's left. Whichever way you get it, you know that J is 59. All right? So I want to encourage you, don't be intimidated by those fractions. It is not too bad with this calculator tool. Let's do one more, and then you'll still have 2 fraction problems to do on your own. Let's take a look at, let's go ahead and take a look at 25. Okay, we have x over 3 minus a half equals 3/4. All right, let's make the wall. And same thing, x needs to be by himself. Right now he has a 3 being divided, a 1/2 being subtracted. Opposite PEMDAS tells us to take care of this add-subtract stuff first. So opposite of subtraction is add. So I do that on both sides. Again, I pull out my calculator and I take care of this 3/4 plus a half in the calculator. Now that's one you could quickly change that to 2/4 and you get 5/4, right? And 1/2 is 2/4. But just get in the habit of doing this if that is stressful for you or something. So I'm going to put in 3/4 and I'm going to say plus 1/2. Enter. There's my 5/4. The other thing you'll get used to, in middle school, they refuse to let you ever leave an answer like this. In all of high school math, we insist that you leave your fractions like this. We do not ever, almost ever deal with mixed numbers unless we're just giving a final answer. But when we're in the middle of calculating, we leave our fractions improper, all right? So we have 5/4 over here. And over here, we just have the x divided by 3. Okay, so there's my wall still. Again, I'm dividing by 3. The opposite is to multiply by 3 on each side. That cancels. And here, notice we still have the 5/4 in the calculator screen. So I'm going to do 5/4, sorry about the glare, times 3. And I hit enter. I get 15/4, and that is my answer. I don't do anything else. I leave it as 15/4. So x equals 15/4. All right, let me know if you have any other questions. The test is coming up, so keep working through these assignments, and I'll see you in class.